What's going on, fight fans? This is Capital Combat. The name says it all, and I'm Rob Jarrell. We got a good night of fights. Just going to talk about the main and co-main event. First of all, Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez was upset by Runksavai. I do not want to try to pronounce his first name because I am going to jack it up. But in the main event, we got Gennady Triple G Golovkin defeating Danny the Miracle Man Jacobs in a very entertaining but very tactical fight that was, we have to apologize because it was much more of a great performance by Danny Jacobs because he was able to impose certain things in the second half of the fight. I thought Triple G was winning the fight handily in the first half of the fight. I think he was more aggressive, but you can see that he was a bit tentative in the first half. And going into the second half where he was getting caught coming in, and Danny Jacobs was able to stand his ground as the fight wore on. In the first few rounds, he was kind of backing up. Triple G was imposing that will. He actually knocked him down early in the fight, but it didn't look like Danny Jacobs was hurt. But we know Triple G is heavy-handed. But as it wore on, we saw that Danny Jacobs switched to southpaw, looked pretty comfortable doing it, got in a rhythm, kind of confused Triple G, but Triple G kept coming. He was the hunter in this fight. You know he has a great ability to cut off the ring, which he did well, but there were a lot of punches that he really didn't land clean. It was his aggressiveness that did the work. But as of, I believe, the 6th round on, you can see Danny start to hold his ground. He was starting to fire off those shots. And the one thing versus Triple G, you cannot be scared. You cannot be afraid to trade or throw shots at Triple G, and that's exactly what it was. Triple G had the quickness advantage, but Danny had the speed advantage, and once he got his confidence that he was able to take a punch from Triple G, which he did very well, especially to the head, you can see his confidence grow. Now, both the guys got hurt in the later rounds. Triple G to a body shot, Danny upstairs, but it was very entertaining, especially for the boxing purists. I gotta give my hats off, take my hats off to both fighters. They really showed something in that 12-round decision. I would love to see a rematch. There is no rematch clause, but Danny Jacobs, I think if he wins one more fight or he wins his next fight, they're gonna bring it up as a rematch. So as a boxing purist, I can see it going to Triple G. I can also see where the argument can be made for Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs, just keep in mind that he did better than what people would have expected from him, and that's why a lot of people might have given him the fight. But I did think that Triple G did enough to win. It's not that you have to take the belts from the champion, but who showed it more in the ring. And I think Danny Jacobs, he might have given away the last round and maybe a few of the first rounds trying to fill Triple G out. But I would love to see a rematch against these two elite fighters. Triple G is a de facto #1 in the middleweight division, but let's not count out Danny Jacobs. He really showed a lot more. He showed that he could take a punch, he can fight smart, and he could deliver. So hats off to both of them. Respect both of these fighters. Do not talk shit about them because we got a hell of a fight from two great guys. Until next time, remember, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Russia, this is round 1 and you've already lost. They don't